London with my friend Precious.
Hello.
Hi guys. There's no plan, so we're just going to walk. It's sunny as you can see, but it's also really cold as you can see. It's London weather for you. So I'm just going to walk around, and at different points, if it's interesting, I will talk. But most of it is just going to be showing you what East London currently looks like. But yeah, let's go. By the way guys, I'm not just exploring, I'm also like trying out the new equipment, the Osmo Mobile 3. It's a mobile game bar. So if you see this shaking a lot, that's just me. What's the most interesting place you visited in London yet?
The most interesting place I visited in London, I think it's the Barbican.
The ones here are like high rises, and Amsterdam is like more residential type.
Amsterdam, you look at the house and like, wow, like the houses. What, like literally what I said before, it's like the architect, they just smoke and they smoke drugs and they just make up shit.
I think that my favorite thing about London is like, it's just the exposure, what's doing to my mind, and the diversity. So exposure in the sense of like, I lived all my life in Nigeria, right? So there are lots of things, like tiny things, behavior, infrastructure that is just here that I never would have been able to think of, that I'm not experiencing on like a day-to-day, like things like pressing the traffic in so that all the cars can wait before you move, and they actually believe in it. It's just that exposure. Also the diversity, there's many of everything, different kinds of food, different kinds of people, different races of people, different things to do. Like, feels like you can be anything, you can do anything in this city, and I think that's my favorite thing. Do I have internet trolls?
Like
I don't think so. Maybe I haven't seen them. Maybe they're doing it like outside of my own account. I hardly see negative comments on my stuff, which is something I'm grateful for. So thank you guys.
Just look like a coach. Yeah, let's go.
I swear.
Where is it? Let's go. I would like to go to Japan.
I want to go to Singapore as well.
Yeah. The reason why I would like to go to Japan is just that I'm just fascinated about the fact that they are a very small country and just very few people relative to like places like the US or the UK. But they've done amazing things. Some of the technologies we use today, like this is my camera, Sony companies, is a Japanese company. Nikon, Yamaha, which they make great products when it comes to like music equipment and other stuff. Suzuki, and there's this skydiving thing you can do there.
Yeah. Oh my god, I so want to do it.
Yeah, the pictures are in my laptop. I should post them on my Instagram.
You should. Or when we go to Netherlands, I should add it there. Oh my god, I want to do that. I don't know if I will have the heart to do it because I'm scared.
Actually, I want to do it again. Yes. The reason why I want to do it again is because the first time I did it, I died for like 5 seconds. Like, as I was diving out of the plane, I just you know, before I now, okay, is this real?
But
I would like to do it again with my eyes open.
Knowing now that you will not die.
Yes. What would you like to be remembered for?
So there's this quote that I like, and there's a scripture to back it up. Quote is that when you let your light shine, you unconsciously give other people the permission to let your light shine as well. I think that was the Angelo quote or something.
Okay.
And then there's a scripture that I like that says, "Let your light so shine or be that sitting in the hill."
Yeah.
That's what I like to remember for. I like to remember as that person who let her light shine.
Shine.
And she did stuff, and she inspired people, and she created stuff, and she told stories of people, and she grew businesses. And because I did that, especially knowing where I came from, other people like me that come from those kind of places as well, can also feel like nothing is possible, and they can take themselves from Benin City to London or to New York, and they can work for amazing companies, and they can be anything and do anything because I inspired them. So that's what I like to remember for, as that light that shone, and everybody else felt that because of that light, they too.
Awesome. Do you have someone you look up to, or someone that inspires you?
My mom inspires me. My mom is like my number one role model. And I think it's because of her strength. I think my mom is so strong. Oh my god, like that woman can go through anything and still come out like nothing is shaking. Yeah. So she's my one inspiration. So because of her, I feel like there's nothing I can't go through. There's nothing that I can't do. Like there's nothing I can't try. One that's tried all the businesses in this life. Like that hardworking, resilient spirit that really inspires me. Yeah, that's probably my biggest inspiration.
That's Connect. How did the idea of Founders Connect? Like, how did you come about the idea?
It wasn't my idea. So I've been creating YouTube content for a while. Like as at that time, it was like, see.
What's that?
That's a plane. Those are two planes. One from here, one from here.
Yes.
At first, I was like, is that a shooting star? So I was creating content for a while. As at that time, it was maybe like 2 years. And then Atsu, the founder of Bitika, he reached out to me. He's coming to Lagos and he likes my videos and I should come and interview him. And he has never done an interview before, but he wants me to interview. And I was like, I don't do interviews. I just shoot videos of myself teaching people marketing or just telling life lessons. But I was like, I think about it. I don't think about it. I was like, okay. I mean, it doesn't hurt, right? So I told Ashley to come. So he came to my house. We shot a video, and it was right there during the video. I was like, maybe we'll call this Founders Connect. And after we shot the video, I was like, what if I reached out to other people? So I did. I reached out to Nad, Nadai of Eden, reached out to Ezra of Paystack. This was my first 3 videos. And they'll come, they'll shoot. I'm like, okay, these people are actually answering me, and I just kept doing it. So like it was just, I'm glad I said yes to Atsu because I initially first said, nah, that's not the kind of content that I do. But
after him, who was the next person?
I think the next person was either Ezra or Nadaya.
Okay.
Either one of the two of them. And then I did Tosin of Money Africa, and I did Oyenka Farm Crowdy, and it just.
Who would you say has been your biggest guest?
All of them are big.
I know, but who is there one person who you were sitting down with and you were like, oh my god, I'm actually sitting with this person?
Man, I've done some really cool people. Like there's Chijoke of Carbon. Carbon is one of the best startups in Nigeria. Like if you know how Carbon have started, how they've grown from like a lending company to a digital bank. I've done Babs of Kuda. That period Kuda was just raising money back to back. I've done of Flutter with Wandela of Future Africa. I've done Anu Patricia after they sponsored Big Brother Nigeria. So like I've done some really big guys. And I think what inspires me the most or makes me really happy or grateful rather is that these people actually agree. Especially those first set of people. Now I feel like there's a track record of like 10 something videos.
Yeah.
But those first 10 people, like they will actually agree. And I shoot the videos in my house. So they will literally come. Like Ezra came from Ikeja to New. And that was like just months after they got acquired. Do you get? So I can't pick one big person, but like I've done some really like some OGs, yeah.
Okay. 5 years from now, 10 years from now, like what vision do you see for Founders Connect, or what would you like it to, how would you like it to
You know how Oprah is like Oprah and how she started with just like doing interviews and shows, and how Muabudu also started something like that, Moment to More, just interviewing people. Yeah, those are two people that I would like my story to be like theirs. I want to travel a lot and shoot content for Founders Connect, like go to meet founders in their countries. I'm only limited to now people who live in London. When I was in Lagos, people who were in Lagos. But I'd like to like travel to like Kenya, like travel across Africa and Europe. Europe is important to me now because I live here and I want to also be part of the ecosystem here. It's like travel interview founders, amazing operators across Africa and Europe, being like big screens. Maybe do like a whole cinema premiere at some point. Collaborate with amazing brands who want to be part of this.
Yeah.
Make it a TV show. Maybe Founders Connect is not just my YouTube channel. Maybe Founders Connect is a TV show material being bought.
TV is
Amazon. Maybe Amazon
Netflix.
Prime, Netflix series.
Absolutely.
Big screen. I think I'm good at it, and I think that story really impacts people. I see some comments. And I'm
just listening to Odun yesterday. Yeah, that was inspiring to hear that they tried so many things.
Yeah.
And also even listening to
K today.
Yeah.
I see comments sometimes. I'm like, wow. And I just authentic, genuine conversations. I'm not even trying to make it a trending thing. Just tell me your story and yes, I think it deserves to be big. So I hope so. Maybe it's Founders Connect to blow.
Yeah, you're blown already.
Maybe.
One more question on
Yeah.
Founders Connect. So far you've primarily been interviewing African founders or black founders. Like, do you see yourself interviewing like Mark Zuckerberg?
I would like to.
Okay. Do you have plans to interview like outside of like African space?
I do. I do. I also want. So one of the things that people have told me is that there is no other content like mine. Right? There are people who make videos about entrepreneurship, but nobody actually has focused on like Nigeria's startup ecosystem except my videos. So I've seen emails from, I was checking up for something random and it was a video that I saw kind of thing. So there's a part of me that still wants to just do content that is focused on those black African founders that there isn't a lot of cover, because there are a lot of people interviewing Mark and all these big guys, but a lot of people are telling startup founder stories. And it's not just founders that have exited or that are raising amounts. Sometimes it's just people like Kate that you just raise a pre-seed round. I think those stories deserve it. But I think that after doing that for a while, at some point I want to chip in some of this just for the counts. Do you understand? Just for the counts.
Yes.
But yeah.
Makes sense. This is kind of like a big cliche question, but I would like to know your thoughts. Like, what would you say has been your biggest achievement so far as a person?
Whoa. I've tried in my life. I've tried. I don't know what the biggest achievement is, because everything has sort of been like a milestone that just led me to another place. But one of the most recent, and I think maybe at some point it might be one of the biggest achievements, just depending on what I do with it in the future, is moving to London.
Okay.
Like, when I was working on my global talent visa application, I remember thinking that, oh my god, it feels like everything I've done in my life has led me to the point where I'm eligible for this thing. Like, I didn't have to, still let me give myself 3 months to get something. Like, I had checked every single box and then be able to get it, and then be able to move myself here and just create a home for myself here. I mean, I grew up in Benin. Maybe what I thought would move me to school here is what would move me abroad is maybe school to get. I didn't have to go the conventional routes. I came because of my work and my brand and what I've just been able to build in the last 4 or 5 years. So like, it is a big deal. I don't know if it's the biggest, but it's definitely a big deal. And I'm looking forward to like what the next 5 years will be, and how I can look back and say, wow, I moved and then this happened. Do you get? So that's also why it's important, because I'm like, this is an opportunity for me to create my life as I want it, and what would it look like in another 5 years? I lived in Lagos for like 2017 to 20, so like 4 years. So if I live in London for another 4 years, like, and what I did in Lagos, like, so it's definitely something I'm not fulfilling my purpose. Because I'm not trying to sound spiritual, but I definitely feel like God put something in me in this world, and I would like to die feeling like I impacted a generation. I just left something that just people can just use to get better and get remembered. And I hope that as I leave that impact somehow brings me money. But that's probably it for me.
Do you see yourself living in Nigeria in the future?
It's possible. I won't.
Rule it out.
Yeah, I won't rule it out at all. It's very possible. It's very possible. I don't hate Nigeria, and I think there's still hope, and there's still problems to solve there, and innovations to innovate, and just impacts to create. And when you have money, pounds and dollars, and you take it back to Nigeria,
Yes.
yeah, so that's an extra incentive. Like, if I can save up enough, yeah, maybe retiring. So like I won't rule it out at all.
Yeah.
But I know that in this phase of my life, this phase is a learning and exploratory phase, and being able to be in another country and being able to travel to another country is a good part of that.
Yeah.
And so there are things I can then build and people I can meet and networks I can create that can then help me if and when I do go back to Nigeria. What about you? Would you think you ever go back to Nigeria? Live again in Nigeria?
Yeah, it's possible. Yes. Just because of the same reasons you mentioned, you've talked about. And also, like I was saying, like I feel like a sense of responsibility to help people, to help my fellow African counterparts.
I'm an African counterpart. It's definitely politics blood in you. You just never come out yet.
Yes. So I see that possibility, but I just don't know how. I don't know what's going to take me back. Or yeah.
Or when.
Yes. Well, it's possible maybe when I want to run my campaign for president.
You go back to your local constituency.
Yes.
Makes sense. And what's your biggest fear?
My biggest fear. My biggest fear is my mental health. It's not like I haven't. Well, everyone has like varying degrees of mental health, where they are with their mental health. But I just want to make sure that at every moment of my life, I'm optimizing my brain, my well-being for the best.
That's a very good one.
Yeah, that's my biggest fear. I just don't want to lose, my functionality as a person upstairs in different ways. Empathy, kindness, ability to think deeply about things, to solve complex problems, to love. Yeah, those things can be lost.
Yeah.
At points, and I don't want to lose those things. Yeah.
Now you make me feel like I'm vain.
Wow.
I said money, yours is deep stuff.
Yes.
Wow. But yeah, that's a good one. Talking about mental health, right? What do you think about what are your thoughts generally on therapy? And I'm asking because we're Nigerians or Africans, and therapy is not anything. Therapy, psychiatry
Yeah.
is something that people like. Because I'm not mad yet, like I'm okay. But so I'm curious to know, since that mental health is very important. So what are your general thoughts?
I've not done therapy.
Oh yeah. Why?
It's something that I definitely want to do, but I've not prioritized it yet. I'm skeptical about it. I see it as a prescription and not a cure.
Explain.
I feel like therapists they help you, give you some tools to navigate, mental health issues or general life issues, and you get to kind of like explore your mind and kind of like lay things down and figure out where things are coming from. But, like, would you do therapy for the rest of your life? Like, it's something you do for a long time, but then there's so much more things you're going to face in the future. So how do you handle those things? Does it mean you're going to continually go to therapy if all these life issues arise? So I feel like, yeah, there should be another way to navigate it. Therapy is just like, okay, you fix for a short time. That's how I see it. Yeah. But I think I need it. Now.
You need that prescription now.
Yes, I think I need it. One of the things that I think about is like, do therapists have mental health problems?
Yes.
They do.
Some therapists even have their own therapists.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. They have, because everybody.
So that's a prescription, because if they are therapists, like they should not have any mental health problem at all. Because like
It's like saying teachers cannot have teachers at different levels, or like doctors cannot have doctors. I mean, doctors can't even treat themselves, or even their family members. So just because like you're able to do something for someone,
why can't they treat themselves?
why doctors can't treat themselves? I mean, a doctor can prescribe and diagnose, but for instance, a doctor cannot do surgery on themselves. A surgeon cannot do surgery on themselves. Exactly. So there are limits to what you can do. The therapist can maybe use the tools they give their clients on themselves, or maybe there are just times where, no matter how great you are, sometimes you just know you want to talk to someone else. Yeah. And I think that's what therapy can be sometimes. Not just something particular is wrong with me. Maybe I just want to talk to someone else that is not family or friend, that can give me a different context into what I'm facing. Or somebody I can be accountable to, as well as people are accountable to me. So I don't think there's any problem with that. And there's nothing wrong with prescription drugs.
No.
Exactly. So
No, not to worry. It's good. Like, I need it actually.
go for it.
Yeah, I just would like to find
A cure.
the key.
I think the key is just balance every day and deliberacy. Stuff. All right, cool.
This week blows so heavy. You hear that it's just flat. Like the place is not bending.
The building is not moving, Abby.
Yes.
So we just I'm gonna give you. So do you think that your retirement plan is politics? Ooh, see this Uber boy.